as you come to expect, and already losing a little bit of their HP in the process.
You mentioned Doki on Windows. I remember I think it was a UK Premiership game. We had Pengu on with us and he was analysing. And if you very famously pointed out, Doki's not a window player. And 3 seconds later, Doki got ripped off the rappel. And he went, see, he's not a window player.
Yeah.
And
honestly, my favourite Pengu memories.
Absolutely
Forget about
brilliant.
as a player.
Oh, and that's going to be one of my favourite Doki memories. Citizen, he's going to remember that for a long time as he gets absolutely decimated through the soft floor. Doki finding his head and taking him down, and right now it's advantage NaVi in round number 1 for versus Lockers, just looking to hold an angle onto main stairs but also potentially have an impact onto this plant spot, but he's not going to have the angle that he needs on the Melusi, and Nath unchallenged here is going to be able to get that diffuser down. Hungry too late to be able to have an impact, and his nitro was already burnt from a previous use, so that now leaves us 4 versus 2 with the diffuser down, and it's looking like all NaVi here in round number 1 and almost all Doki here in round number 1, but Hungry just trying to search his angles, try and find anything he can. Absolutely not. That is the 4th for Doki. Surely not. Surely not. There's a no. Nathan steps in. Not only does he get the plant, but he also pinches the ace from under Doki's nose as he finds that final kill. And NaVi, they look very strong.
Let's try and clear anyone out that would be in the back corner. Now the push can come through. Hungry finding one back onto the other side. They've got 2 currently hanging here inside of staff. They've got a mirror window to play behind. These drops are deadly, but they've managed to pull it off Ace, and Saves is going for a plant. No one I think can stop him here. Maybe they've got a C4 in hand. No, it won't come out from below, and that one will get stuck. Secretly finding yet another, a 4 versus 2 for NaVi, and they are dominating G2.
They really are right now. There's only one team in these first 2 rounds. Doki and Saves finishes things off, and that is going to be the 2nd round in the bag for NaVi. Just keep those defenders at bay while Nath tries to get that plant down. We can see for the time being the Toxic Babes are coming out, so Nath is just backed away. The wall isn't open at this point, but Blur, he manages to find a foot peeking out as well. It's all coming down to finding those toes in this round, and it's NaVi that are finding them. Nath goes in now for the plant. He's got to make this stick. He's actually gone deep, so the Toxic Babe canister will have no effect, and that is the 3rd plant in 3 rounds. There's NaVi are having absolutely unwarranted access into the site here. Virtue manages to get one onto Saves, but you just feel like it is going to be impactless, and impactless it will be as Blur manages to close it down, and NaVi are looking like an absolute force of nature right now for him to get back in. Doki with another big kill. It's as if NaVi are just worrying about the diffuser, and Doki is worrying about the kills. Secretly gets one from the hatch, and it's again falling apart for G2. No matter what they try to do, roam, turtle on site, it's just unsuccessful, and ultimately the last man is shut down there inside of Lockers. NaVi didn't even need to get that diffuser down on the ground, and they really do look terrifying here today. Expect there's been changes, of course, with the skylight area, and I don't know, it could play out either way. There's no skylight to watch over janitors anymore, so the peak could come out of there more aggressively, but NaVi seem to do a pretty good job from square stairs anyway of holding the player back into janitor. We've got kills raining in either direction. Doki manages to tip the advantage towards NaVi once again with that. Or is he going to get spotted out before that happens? Now then, he's just holding an angle. He sees the man, he knows he's coming door. That was nice trigger discipline from Citizen. Didn't take on the more difficult shot, waited because he knew that there was a better opportunity coming and manages to take it. 6 seconds left to go. It's not looking likely for NaVi here. This should be a first round to G2 as Saves gets dropped. That's Jonker getting the kill. The time runs out, and that is going to be G2 securing that first round. 1-4.
Go for a bit of a Roma Hunter, spots one out towards White and knows that he needs to be trying to put some pressure down there. It's Virtue out on the swing, got some support coming in from the Yokais, looks for the outside. The Yokai drone doing some work there. Blur the first one to fall.
That is what I wanted from G2. Virtue taking the swing, taking the challenge and getting it. But yet again, NaVi fighting back, not allowing G2 to get too much of an advantage. Down. If you'd have said to G2, right, 4-2 is the half, I think they'd have bitten your hands off at that, and they'll try their luck on attack. Now Jonker, he manages to get himself another one, and that is making the most of those 10 or 15 HP that he's got left. Hungry it is to finish secretly off, and that is going to be G2 taking the round in the half now. 2-4 in favour of NaVi, but G2 seem to have finally woken up. Feeling too confident to get Jonker in there on the thermite and get that breach opened up. Only 40 seconds left to go, and G2 with no real access into site just yet. Secretly, it is from that position that we were talking about in the stock corridor, taking down the first kill and the second. He's unstoppable. He gets himself Kayak and Virtue. Now then, 5 versus 3, 26 seconds left to go. Toxic Babe eating away at Citizen. He just manages to escape with a fraction of life. Hungry on the rappel, and it just looks like G2 are all at sea at the minute. They've got the breach open. Jonker gets in, but do they have the control that they need? Citizen finds a big kill with a headshot onto Secretly, but there is the all-important challenge. 6 seconds, diffuser down. It's too little, too late from G2, and NaVi close out their first defense and find themselves 5-2 in the lead and back to winning ways. Waste a bit of time. They're going to open the hatch to try and force him out, but with deployable shield in place, you can just see that Saves is prepared to stay here for as long as possible. Well, that could be big as Kayak manages to shoot out that final Toxic Babe canister, but Saves. He hits the man on the drop. Can he find the second? No. The challenge comes in both from Door, but this is time being wasted, Des. It doesn't even matter if he gets the kills here. There's nothing G2 can do, and he does get the kills. He finds himself another. Flips to the shotgun. Surely not. Absolutely not, as Jonker finds him, but the kills then come in from the back line. Dorky, Blur, Nath, they finish things off for NaVi, and once again it's another successful defense, this time on the bottom floor. They are looking unstoppable.
This time they don't want to put as many resources on the top floor, but still a lot to ensure they've got control. Good call by Jonker to get this wall opened up, gives them that sight line straight down White Corridor, and enough that they can start threatening as Kayak opens things up onto
Good
Blur.
start for G2, and what they needed, we're just seeing that sight line used that I spoke about earlier that is still open from those west windows. You can get the view down past vending machine, and it makes that top floor very difficult to play on now. Hungry finds a headshot onto Nath as well. Dorky still on this top floor. This is going to become perilous, but look at that prediction from Dorky at Kayak, rappelling in, just uses the sound to catch the man as his feet touch the ground, and he is dead. Now then, Virtue knows there's one underneath him, finds Secretly. Dorky's time, it's got to be numbered here, Des. Surely Saves. He manages to get one. Dorky knows there's a man there, and he gets him and brings it back to 2 versus 2. How is Dorky being allowed to do this? He's up on the top floor, and he's still going despite the efforts of G2. Now then, Iana takes out the mirror. Saves. He gets aggressive, and he goes around the outside to get the man. There is absolutely no stopping NaVi right now.